Hello, hello. Welcome to my little channel here on the interwebs. So I'm going to be talking about something different, something that I probably haven't really seen too much about, but I think it's very important, especially for the younger people, maybe in their early 20s or even probably all the way up to the mid 30s to the 40s. Time's starting to run out. You realize that money's kind of tight. And not saying I have a solution or the perfect solution because everybody has their opinions, their own methods. It usually works for them or it usually doesn't, and they pretty much, kind of tweak it to make it work. But I'm going to actually be talking about safety nets or financial safety nets because usually well, not usually, but when I was a younger person, I always found the term safety net when it came to financial. It was my goal is I wanted to create safety nets. So in case I ever needed cash, they'll be there available for me. And there's definitely different ways to create safety nets. But before I do that, I do have a new Monday poll, which is do you support vax mandates? Yes, shots for everyone. And of course, no, my body, my choice. So far, 9 people have voted and have all voted for no, my body, my choice. So let's go ahead and see what the meaning of safety net is. What does safety net slang mean? Something that provides security against misfortune or difficulty. I wouldn't exactly consider that slang, but anyways, of course, this is what's the example of a safety net in the United States? Prominently, safety net programs includes the temporary assistance to needy family, TNAF, and the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, the Earned Income Tax Credit, Medicaid, and Special Supplemental Food Program for Women, Infant, and Children, WIC. Now, I don't really consider those to be really safety nets, although I could see how they could be considered safety nets. I think those more of making sure the needy that don't really make enough money are taken care of. But I've taken a screenshot of actual my bank account. At this current moment, I am sitting at $36,427.11. Now, this is something I've pretty much implemented most of my life. I've always had a regular savings account, money market account, and a checking account. Now, back when I was with the Bank of America, I think I pretty much had it set up to similar to this. Then, of course, actually, it was with Chase and Chase. I'm not going to talk about Chase or Bank One, but with the Bank of America, I had a money market account, and this was during really a low point when it came to my financial needs. Pretty much kind of left the military, got sick really, really terribly. I think it was mono reaction. Spent a couple of days in the hospital, and now I just had a whole lot of debt. Recently purchased a car, and of course, the credit card debt was always above $1,000 on my Bank of America card. Then, towards the end of a particular year, I decided to pay off my car, pay off my hospital bills, and pay off my credit card bill, and I just pretty much got rid of credit cards. And then I went to another bank because Bank of America decided to do fees, and my bank account for the money market was, even though it was the 200, not 200, but the 2,500 minimum, they wanted to up that to 5,000 at the time. I just couldn't do it because I was unemployed for the longest time, and I wasn't going to get grandfathered in, so I gave them the peace sign and went to ICB Bank after my credit card got, not my credit card, but my debit card got stolen. At least the numbers and everything got stolen. It was being used in other states for a couple, like 3 times. I decided to throw them the deuce and went to the University Credit Union. So back to my safety nets. So Around roughly this time a year ago, this was close to, I think, 30, and this was close to 30, and then this was another 10, making a total of $70,000. And I put about 40 down onto some property that I purchased, which created a debt that I'm currently paying off of. But this this February, I don't know if you know this, at least in Texas, we had that freeze that lasted pretty much all week. Apparently, my antifreeze wasn't working, or whatever reason was low, and my engine block cracked, which caused me to pretty much get a new car. So I pretty much took 10 and 10 from here, roughly 10, put it back into checking, and then paid off the car in full. Now, some people say that won't not necessarily a good idea, but I didn't want to have two loans out at once, or major loans at once. So I've been pretty much rebuilding my safety nets right here. Now, the way this works is the money will go into checking. 200 a month will go to here, 200 a month will go here, and 400 a month will go here. And of course, another 170 will go towards my other money market account, and another 200 every 2 weeks will go into my TT Ameritrade account. I think I have that down to 100 every 2 weeks because I ran into a small issue. This number was getting smaller slightly. And the reason why that was getting smaller is because I was using my credit card. Even though I was paying off my credit card, which is good, don't get me wrong, you should always pay off your credit card. The amount that I was using my credit card was more than my input. So my output was more than my input. Yeah, my output was more than my input, which was causing this number to go down. And the reason why I'm actually concerned with this number going down is because this is my main account that everything goes to. And unfortunately, around February of next year, my property taxes are going to be due. Now that means it's going to be like maybe $1,500 or $1,600 on my actual property in the middle of nowhere, and probably another $6,000 to $7,000 for my house here in Austin. So I want to make sure that this number is as high as possible to cover that. Not to mention my income tax that I'm probably going to end up having to pay. So the way this works is, where it used to work before I got the credit card, is all my purchases will go through this account right here. This is an online free account. And the way that this is set up is this account right here, and this account right here, and this account right here are all linked. That means I could use this debit card right here, and I can see this money market account and this savings account. And I think the checking account, but I'm not 100% sure. But I do know when I use this debit card right here for the online free, I could only access this card. So there's a layer of security. That's why this number is rather low. So this is pretty much how I set up my first layer of safety nets. And this is, like I said, if I were ever to run out of money, I'll be hitting up these two to make sure I have enough money to last that month or a couple of months. And I do want to get these numbers up back to pre-property days. But that's going to be a while because I'm pretty much being really aggressive on my loan. And I'm making sure I get that paid off within 4.5 years to 5 years, hopefully less, depending on how much money I could save. Now, like I said, this is just a safety net, and this is kind of like how I use it. Like this is the main account right here where everything goes in, and just as long as that more money goes in to this account that goes out, I'm doing pretty okay. But in the event that is not happening, I do have this as a backup plan, which is probably going to be slightly I don't know, I'm not going to rely too much on this account right here for the safety net, but these two right here. Now the thing about these two accounts right here is I'm putting 200 in both of them every month, and I'm just ignoring them. And when I do my either every couple of days check, I'm really checking this number right here to make sure that that number is okay. And if I ever want to make a purchase that's going to be like high dollar. When I say high dollar, anywhere between, I don't know, 150 maybe even 100 to 150. I have enough there as well. Now, if you have any questions about this, please comment down below. But I just want to let people know what I do to make sure that I'm financially stable. Now, of course, this isn't my TD Ameritrade, which is around hovering at 50K. That's just my play money. That's my stock market play money. Then, of course, I have another account, which is a lot higher, to be honest. I've had that since I don't know how long. Well, when I say for a long, I mean I started that off when I was like 16 or even maybe 15. It's changed. The bank's changed name, and when my stockbroker left that firm, I moved with them. So I consider that the same account. Now, of course, that account was set up by my father. Well, no, that was a different one. No, that was I set up with my mother. Now, I did have another account that my father set up, which I think he did 10,000. And then by the time I transferred that money into my other safety net, it was closer to 80K. But the older I get, the more I'm going to consolidate. And then probably going to just have the three account or the three brokers or accounts, whatever you want to call it, which is my main retirement fund, which are just the high dollar stock items that I've just always just ignored. And of course, my TT Ameritrade, I might cancel that down the road and push that into the retirement. It depends if I just want to keep up with stocks or not. That's just a play money account. But this right here is my main one. So my goal, hopefully by this time next year, that this will be close to, I don't know, 15, maybe 17,000 in each account, which I'm pretty sure I could do. Assuming that I keep on path and that I don't overextend this account. But like I said, if you have any questions, leave them down below. Leave a question down below or comments down below about my poll. I'll leave a link down in the description. Smash the like and subscribe button if this helped you. Send this to a friend if you think it might help them. But most importantly, have yourself a wonderful day, morning and evening, and be nice towards your fellow man.